Okay, today I'm gonna be turning all these pants into a skateboard. I'm also gonna be making a bunch of skateboards out of wood, different shapes and sizes. I'm gonna paint them all, and at the end of the video, we're gonna meet up with Tony Hawk, and he's not only gonna test out all the boards I make, but I'm also gonna make a custom one for him and surprise him with it. This should be fun. I've seen somebody turn a denim into a table, and I thought it'd be cool to turn my old pants into a skateboard. My plan is to pretty much cut each leg of the pants off, and then I have like a bunch of strips of denim that I can squeeze together and make a board. We're also doing a giveaway at the end of the video. One of you guys is gonna walk home with these. I have a bunch of strips of denim now. I need to make a mold to put them all in. I kind of want the skateboard to look like a bunch of pants that are somehow hard. I don't really want it to look like epoxy with denim inside of it. After I had like 20 layers, I put another piece of wood on top of it, clamped it down, and left it to dry. Oh, it's coming up. When I opened this thing up at first, it looked awesome. Oh my gosh. That worked out way better than I thought. I'm gonna go around the whole thing, cut the shape out. It's actually working pretty well. This thing is rock solid. The only thing I'm noticing is like the whole board's not perfectly even. This part's like pretty thin. This part's a little thicker, thinner, thicker. It's not like all perfectly the same width. I don't know what I should do. When I started sanding the bottom, I kind of realized how messy this was gonna be. Look at me. Look at my legs. It's like a reverse tan. Oh my gosh. The whole board is also not flat or smooth at all. I think the only way I can make the whole board even is more pants. I'm doing literally the exact same thing again. Since the bottom of the board was the part that was smooth, I made this mold with the tail facing down so I could put the old one on top of it and then press them together to make one board. I'm so excited to take it off and see if this one's stuck to the bottom. If that looks good, this is gonna be awesome. I'll save you some time because I wasted mine. It didn't work. There was literally a huge bump in the middle of the board. At first, I thought I could shave off that bump and make the whole thing smooth, but not only was I destroying my warehouse doing that, you know, that's why I'm wearing this outfit. When I did shave the bump though, you could actually see all the layers of denim. I can't tell if I just ruined this or it's like the coolest thing ever. I don't know. Even if I made it perfectly smooth, the design would only be on the spot that bent. And when I saw that denim coming through, it reminded me of another video I saw by the same guy who I got this video idea from. We're taking two of his in one video. He made another denim table, but he used a bunch of blocks of wood under the denim, and then he suctioned them all together and then shaved off the top, which is way cooler. So I cut out the shapes of wood. I stuck them all onto a hard, thick board so nothing would bend. Don't really know what I'm looking at. I also got a bunch of different colors so I can kind of layer them, make a cool design. I had to do everything again. The only difference was I put wood under the denim, and then I also put it in a vacuum bag at the end. But I left the whole thing in the office to dry so I could start the wood boards. I bought the thinnest wood they'd sell. Look how thin this wood is. it's like paper wood. What the heck? I cut like 30 strips of the wood and then also cut out the foam molds. I rolled out the glue between each layer, got my bags. I'm really happy it says that. Don't put your kid inside. And honestly, I was having a lot of fun doing this. It seemed like it was working at first. It's just so cool. I didn't expect it to work and it's actually working, so. Oh, wait a minute. Why is it bumpy like that? Oh, snap. At first, I thought I put too much glue in between each layer, so it kind of wrinkled the wood. At least I know what I did wrong. I think I'm just gonna redo it. I ended up buying a whole nother roll, but this time I used a little bit of glue and did everything else exactly the same. Oh, yes. That is pretty smooth. That's honestly smooth enough, honestly. This is good.
Actually.
What?
Look at the side. Can you look at the side of it? It's...
Even though the bottom was smooth, the glue did not stick at all. Dude, what? All I have left is this. This is all I'm left with. Also, if you guys are wondering why these did not work, I don't think there's a way around saying this without sounding not smart. But when I went to the wood store to buy the wood, they said, oh, this is paperback. And I was like, it doesn't matter. Paper's wood. Paper's made out of wood, and wood is made out of trees. I thought the wood glue would stick to the paper the same way it'd stick to wood. It didn't. I still feel like what I was thinking kind of makes sense. Before I went home for the night though, I had other wood laying around that I used for the mold earlier. So I just did the same thing with these boards, but I only made a little lip for the back, and then I pressed a piece of wood on top of it. That is awesome. No gaps, nothing. The edge looks perfect. Yes. I cut out both the boards to be the exact same size, and then I also clamped them together so I could sand them together. I used a router on the edge, sanded everything. This place is actually a disaster. Look at this. This is unacceptable. Oh my gosh. I took the boards home, started sketching them out and filling in the base colors. Then the next morning, I did all the final black outlines and little details. I drilled in all the little holes for the trucks, got the bearings and the wheels and everything set up, and I was done. I'm all done. Check these out. These actually turned out insane. These were actually fun to do too. They turned out really solid. I'm gonna have Tony Hawk sign one of these and we're gonna give it away to one of you guys. I'm gonna set these aside because we have to get back to work on the denim board. The denim board was dry and I had to figure out how to get the bottom of it flat. Strong man. Once the bottom was flat, I ran it through a planer to slowly start shaving off the top. When I say slowly, it took like 3 hours to get to where it is now, just running it back and forth through the machine. Eventually, I took off the bottom piece of wood, we cut off the edges, and that's when I realized it was so thick. This thing was like 2 inches thick. It was also like 60 pounds. I took it to a wood store and asked them to help me.
Hey, I got a pretty good customer here that got an epoxy and denim.
They sent me to meet up with some guy named Antonio. This guy, he said if I sent him 40 bucks and showed back up at 5:30 in the morning, it would be ready. The next morning when I showed up, they pretty much had a giant version of the machine I was using, and honestly, it was working perfectly. This is way better. Look at the design. It actually looks really good. I feel like I wasted so much time yesterday. One thing I also noticed, I just noticed this, but the wood's gone. Like there's no wood on either side. At first I was gonna leave the wood on the top and then cover it with grip tape, but now the wood's just all gone. At first it kind of sucked that I made it so thick, but the only reason he was able to shave off the wood is because it was so thick. So it ended up working out perfectly. There are a couple little holes in the denim. I'm just gonna fill those in with epoxy and coat the whole top of it so it'll fill in all those little gaps. Look how this looks. It actually looks really good. The design is so cool. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I already know there's gonna be some of you in the comments saying, I liked it better when it was shiny, it looks better when it's dark and smooth. I didn't want that look. That's not the look I was going for. I wanted it to feel like denim. I also wanted it to be lighter and not glossy. I feel like if it's glossy, you can tell there's epoxy on top of it, and that's not what I wanted. I wish you guys could feel it. It feels like pants. This is the other one. Look at this. Dang, which one do you guys like better? I think there's gonna be some people just say like, oh, I like the first one better. After I had the board done, I FaceTimed the guy who made the table. I'm filming a video right now, and you're the inspiration for it, you know, because I stole your idea, so I want to show you. And I not only showed him the board, but I also wanted to ask him how I could bend the tail now. I've seen people leave epoxy outside, and the whole thing starts to bend. I want to try to do that with the tail of the board. Do you think I could put it in the sauna?
I don't know.
I brought it home, put it on top of a skateboard, put it in the sauna, left a weight on top of it, and honestly, I was kind of surprised by this, but after like 2 hours, you could start to see it drooping down. Once I knew it was getting soft, I put another board on top of it and then clamped them together. I left the sauna on overnight, just letting it sit in there. This is what I have. It looks bent. No freaking way. That is awesome. You guys might have also noticed the cars. There's been cars in the background because I'm working on a video asking strangers to turn their car into a skateboard. I'm working on a video asking strangers to paint their car. So I somehow got a couple strangers to give me their car. They literally been pulling them in. I'm sanding the whole thing, repainting the whole thing. It's been taking a long time. That's why I haven't posted for a while. I know I'm so bad at posting, but I'm filming every day. And I'm like talking to the camera every day. So it feels like I'm talking to you guys every day. But then you only see it like once a month, which is weird. Stay tuned, there's some exciting things coming. Anyway, okay. This is like a matte clear coat. Oops. Oh, that's the worst feeling ever. Oh wow, that's nice. Oh my gosh. I finished up the clear coat, put it in the sun to dry, and then I marked out the holes for the trucks and the wheels, put everything together, and the board was done. I'm actually so happy with how this looks. At first, I was gonna keep the first one and do final shots of that and just say, oh, it is what it is. But I'm so happy I redid it. I feel like this one looks way better. Look at the denim. Look closely. It looks like wood. It feels soft like denim. I don't even know how. It looks solid. The tail, you know, there's something there. It kind of fell back down. I don't know why. It's a pretty sad tail. I also like the shape of the board better. I feel like it's a cooler shape. I don't know if you guys noticed, the warehouse looks cleaner. There's a lot of boxes. This is all being taken down. This is the last video that will, or this one and the car one are the last 2 videos ever gonna be filmed at the warehouse. So you'll see where we're going next. Kind of sad, but I'm so excited for the next place. So that's all I'll say now. I still need to find out if this board actually works or not, but before I go to Tony Hawk's warehouse and let him try it out, I need to make his board. Tony Hawk is also supposed to wear these when he drops in on the board I make him. I also ended up finding the right wood, and the second I got it, I knew that was what I was supposed to have. I did the exact same process. Everything worked out perfectly. I cut the whole thing, sanded it down. Look what I have now. A skateboard. There's a little hole in the top that I filled in with like plastic wood stuff. Hopefully he doesn't notice that because I'm gonna put grip tape over it. So, I mean, he won't know until this video comes out, so whatever. Before I started painting Tony Hawk's board, I also went to his warehouse. He kind of showed me around and told me all about the history of his skateboard company, Birdhouse. That's what I'm gonna use for inspiration on the board. Are you gonna drop in on the board I make you?
It's more if you want me to. If you made a board and you feel like it's dirty, sure, I'll drop in on it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
If it's a collector's thing, I don't want to scratch it.
Yeah. I mean, you can decide when you see it.
Okay.
If you want to scratch it or not.
Okay.
Also in the last video when I did the comic book art, you guys loved it. I also loved it. It was so fun to do. I almost forgot to say, you guys have permission to initiate the like button on this video. With all the stuff he told me, I feel like it'd make the most sense to put it all on a comic book strip. But the first thing I did was fill in some of the outlines with his favorite colors.
Black and teal.
I put his initials in there. I also added a drippy Birdhouse logo. He said a big moment in his life was when the video game came out.
A lot of people associate me with THPS, with the video game.
I'm painting the shadow of the guy as a hawk. So, I don't know, you know, just to let you know.
I started Birdhouse in 1992
Okay.
because I thought that my career as a pro skater was coming to an end.
I painted one of the characters from his old tour graphics.
Sometimes we do some callbacks to these graphics too.
When I was there, he drew out the first Birdhouse logo ever made. I put that as like one of the first things on the board. I did the Japanese character with Japanese Birdhouse behind him. I used their current Birdhouse logo and put that in teal. That's like the main logo.
90s. That's our logo, yeah.
I had his favorite Birdhouse graphic on there.
I still love that graphic, that falcon. Like even whenever I do any kind of commercial shoots or anything, I choose that graphic.
He was telling me about a van they used for the first few years. I put that on there.
It's almost the only reason I hold on to it because it's pretty gross.
I got a little baddie right there. TH, Tony Hawk, Hawk Fangs, Hawk Beak, X Games logo, pro skater like the game. I copy and pasted the bio from their Birdhouse website, and then I also put the first newspaper article for the first 900 he did.
This is actually the board I did 900 on.
First
99, yeah.
It looks exactly like I wanted. I feel like I have every little piece of his life in there. I think everything just flows together. I honestly love the way this turned out. Check it out, all 4 done. Okay, time to go. I'm excited for this. These ones aren't for you. I want to just see what you think of them, you know? You're a pro skater, so.
Oh, wow.
These are some cruiser boards I made.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah, I pressed them and everything.
I feel like when I was in high school, I would have loved this because it would have fit in my locker.
I want you to test them out too. I haven't tried them at all. So
Really?
I want you to.
These have white wheels, you know.
That's
if I
fine.
test them out,
We'll
they're forever
test out.
dirtied.
That's fun. Test this one out.
Test that one
Yeah,
out?
I like that one more. Tell me how it feels. Be honest too.
It feels very small.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
Woo!
Oh my god. Okay, wow. What's your rating? Artwork, press, everything.
For a board this size,
Just good or bad?
I give it an 8. How's that?
8? Okay, I'll take it.
Because I would have done a little bit different nose. That's my
That's
only.
it?
Yeah. That way you could do like maybe a nose wheelie.
This one, what do you think by looking at it first glance?
It looks like my old shape.
Like, what do you think about the material?
Oh, what is it? It's crazy.
It's 20 pairs of pants.
What?
I cut up like old Levi's pants, soaked them in epoxy, and then vacuum pressed it, and then.
So it's only
That's
only
it, nothing
denim
else.
in there.
Yeah.
Were they your pants?
They're my dad's old pants.
I've never even heard of anything like that.
Oh, this is going to
Denim board works. If he rides it, it works. You're riding 20 pair of pants.
That was my dream, always.
Wow.
I worked my whole life to get here. I've never heard of anything. I've never heard of any skateboard made out of clothing. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's crazy that you made it look like that because you have to explain it.
Yeah. It kind of looks like stained wood.
It does, yeah, which I think is cooler because it really was smooth denim. It would be like, oh, you covered a piece of wood with denim.
Yeah.
Nice pants.
after he tested out the boards and signed one of them to give away to you guys. Drop a like on the video, comment down below some way I can contact you, and I'll send that to one of you guys. What do you want them to comment to win it?
Wow, Marko's a legend.
Oh, I don't mind that. Anyway, now it was time to surprise him with his board. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, that is super cool. It's the history of Birdhouse.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like all the things you told me in like a comic strip.
Wow, where'd you find that?
It's you drew it.
I drew it, but you didn't see it elsewhere?
I googled it. I was trying to.
I was
it's
gonna
hard
say,
to find
looks,
though.
yeah, it looks legit.
And then your shadow, it's a hawk.
Oh wow.
And then this is the bio on the Birdhouse website. I put it on there.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe the level of detail here. I mean, it's really meaningful. Thank you. Wow.
I was gonna put trucks on it, but it would cover like a lot of the. It would cover this, cover that.
I mean,
I kind of want this to go on your wall.
Oh, it's gone on the wall.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it's front and center. It's just this is our story.
Yeah.
It really is. It's amazing. I can't like. It's just so. It's so thoughtful. But I mean, you're really talented too. The fact that you did all this art and it's on. Did you make the skateboard?
I made the skateboard too, your size, yeah.
Wow.
It's a little warped if you look closely, but
I have no intention of finding out that it's warped.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm not going to write. I don't want to damage it at all. Thank you so much, man. I
yeah, of
appreciate
course.
it.
Of course, I'm happy you like it.
Wow. This is it. One of one. You can't have it. This is my favorite custom board, absolutely. 30 plus years in the making right here. So Marko, do you even skate?
I can skate, yeah.
Really?
I'm pretty good.
Let's see it.
Should I drop in?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
You
cool.
sign a release?
Yeah, just watch. Just
Okay.
watch.